back in your life like an NFL reporter who cheats on her husband with everybody she does interviews with. This is the Real Ignorance Podcast. I'm washed, apparently, on the For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network. The boys are back in town. We just did a pre-podcast pump, and we're not talking about a workout. We are dialed and ready to go. Okay. And we are about to start beating our chests and humming a lot. Who's feeling it tonight, boys?
I am now, man.
Let's do some heavily coated, slow deteriorating drugs, and let's all drool a lot. This is the Real Ignorance Podcast on the For Frequency Sake Podcast Network, presented by our good friends Ryan Allison Tattoo and Durham Remodeling. I'm Joe Winkle, joined by my good friends Cameraless Blake and no back ring light Ethan. Gentlemen, how are you this fine evening?
I'm great. I am pumped up. I'm ready to go. Took my own little Quaalude, and I'm not drooling yet, but we may get there.
So you're not in the cerebral palsy stage yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
If you guys don't hear me, it's because I fell and I can't move.
All of a sudden, we're gonna ask Blake, like, what age the best? He's just gonna start talking like his mouth is glued. Ethan, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
It's good to see you, but see one of you, I guess. But you know how it is. We are back for another episode number 4 of this wonderful show. We thank everybody who's tuned in and been a part of the journey so far. We've got a long journey to go. So many great things to get to, but today it is our second trip in the Wayback Machine. Today, we're not going as far back as the first time we went back in the future or back to the past. Today, we are going back to 2013, and we are going to do Wolf of Wall Street. This one was, of all people out of this group, you would have never guessed who on earth supplied the request to do this one. Ethan is the one who put this one forward to the group. He put up a group of movies, and I said, all right, this is the one we're going to do. Oddly enough, it was this and like 3 sports movies. So what a just insane combination of movies. I think, what was it? Wasn't it this 42 and like Remember the Titans?
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I didn't. You suggested this. My 3 suggestions were The Martian.
No, because you said those two, Wolf, and then you said, or we could do The Martian because we did Project Hail Mary, and I was like, no, I don't want to do The Martian. Yeah.
Good thing we got a thing called receipts on book, guys.
I'm pretty sure that I did not think.
I thought it was Ethan too.
Maybe I did. Maybe this was my idea. Regardless, it was a great time to go back and enjoy this. This is a multiple time rewatch for me, and it's very different than when we did Fight Club and Blake had never seen it, and I got to experience his reaction to how that film came to be and went the tides it turned as it went. This one we've all seen, and I'm pretty sure we've seen this multitude of times. I mean, I'm probably in the teens for as many times as I've rewatched this. I'm probably in the hundreds for as many times as I've just scrolled the YouTube clips. You get algorithmed, and all of a sudden you get the "I'm not fucking leaving" speech that you just rewatch or 5 times a day, especially when I had a sales job. Let's start there, guys. What is your guys' relationship with this movie? There's a lot of different things we can go up, but we'll start with you, Blake, then go to Ethan. Just your relationship with this, where are you guys, your journey with this movie, and has your opinion ever changed on it, or has it kind of been the same as when you first saw it?
I'm going to be honest. No, this was not the first time I've seen it, but honestly, this is the first time I've been able to like sit down and understand it, if that makes sense. Like, okay. I mean, I saw it like originally when it came out. Probably shouldn't have at that time because, I was only 14, but I did. Like, whatever, who cares? And I probably saw it, once. This is probably like my 3rd time ever seeing it. So this is like my first time sitting down and understand it, and it really is a ride. Like, so many different things are going on. So many different things are happening. It starts out like calm, cool, collected, and then just gets wild and crazy, and then wild and crazier. It's definitely an experience for sure.
No, you're right. There are peaks and valleys in like the mood. As many times as as you'll get like reels, Ethan, of the Stratton Oakmont like the script for how to
Yeah.
pitch Stratton Oakmont. You're not going to get reels of Leo DiCaprio beating on Margot Robbie. That's for sure. This movie does. Life settles in very fast once you get into the final third of it, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, it's a roller coaster. But I enjoy just this environment every time I sit down in it.
Yeah, it's chaotic to say the least. I mean, like Blake said, this is definitely the first time. Like, I haven't watched it in a long time. Probably my second or third time rewatching it too. But yeah, like Blake said, like this is the first time I truly understood most of it. Like, like watching it as a 13-year-old kid is like, well, this is just crazy. Like, what? Like I'm just seeing a lot. Like I don't know what's happening. Like,
You guys are 13 years old, and you're like, is that a straw up someone's ass? What is that?
yeah,
Hookers and drugs.
Yeah. I can only imagine how young, innocent Ethan. Well, who was more innocent between the two of you at 13? Which one of you? How did y'all react to, Margot Robbie's character getting home from vacation early, and there's just a gay orgy happening in their apartment? Oh fuck! Is it
Yeah,
Wednesday already? Guys, I got a little high, and then it was Damien's fault. It was his fault. What a time to be alive. My favorite story on any of our friends that have, like when they saw this, by far without question, it's our friend Mac, who those who are watching have seen a few. He's been on the pod a few times. He said that he watched this. We were in high school when this came out, obviously, pretty like tail end of high school, senior year. He went and saw this with his grandmother.
oh god.
But all just amazing, amazing content.
This is a
Yeah.
quick little side story. I remember I saw Sausage Party in the theaters with my girlfriend's parents at the time. That was
Really? I thought you
Yeah.
saw a Sausage Party with
Dang.
me and Levi.
No. Oh well, I did. I saw it with you guys, but I also saw it with them. But I saw it with you guys first, or them first, and then you guys.
I'm trying to.
So
think.
it was that was
Yeah.
a crazy experience for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember that time and like putting the dots together. Yeah, that's different. Good on you though. Congratulations. We're all happy for you. Did you go to the parents afterwards and did the little jackhammer thing? Like, we got plenty of places that we can start when you just deep dive this film. Obviously, Wolf of Wall Street. We're gonna do spoilers, categories, all of that craziness. The Wolf of Wall Street dropped in 2013. Directed by Martin Scorsese, one of the more interesting films, just like ideas that he has had. Like one of the first, I believe, one of the few times that him and Leo worked together, and just the fact that this is what Scorsese put out there, it just feels like it is maybe a little different than some of his other biggest hits. You don't know, at least in the realm of like, this is basically like how would you, I mean, it's technically when you look at like what The Wolf of Wall Street is, the movie, it's labeled as a comedy movie and a thriller, which it's funny, obviously, and a thriller, but it's also kind of a mid-shelf to bottom shelf version of, like, I don't know, how would you describe it, Ethan? Like a biopic in a sense.
Yeah, basically a biopic, yeah.
Uh,
Like an exaggeration of a biopic for the most
to
part,
some
which-
degree, yes. I don't know how much research you guys did. From everything I can tell, about at least 60 to 70%, I think, of this is actually real. Some of this is obviously very dramatized, but a lot of it is real. Like, Jordan Belfort is who this is about. He was a broker on Wall Street back in the, I guess, when did this take place? In like the 80s or 90s. And he ended up basically laundering money through various versions of stock fraud. And him and the team that he had basically used it. And the penny stocks thing is exactly kind of what that type of mantra is what they were able to do, especially where the main points where he breaks down in the film, where it's Leo basically breaking the fourth wall, where he's talking about like yada yada yada, was all this legal, and then he just says actually this is what it was, and they break it down in a very equal science or limited science, I should say. A lot of like everything that happened is true. It's just certain small aspects is what may be a little overblown. Though, if you read through some things, most of it is legit. They did have a lot of hookers, Blake. That was the craze back then.
They
I mean,
did.
depending on who you talk to now, it's still the craze, but it was definitely the craze back then.
Oh God, yeah.
So one of these things that I got for research when just looking up like the story of Jordan Belfort, going through, I found this website called History versus Hollywood, and it talks about a lot of these different things that were different, or all of these things asking like, was this real? Was this real? And it mentioned how like, what is it that they did that was illegal? Basically what they did was, let me see here. They would sell, it says here, Belfort and several of his executives would buy up a particular company's stock and then have an army of brokers sell it to unsuspecting investors, which would cause it to rise. And then once it would rise, they would dump it. So basically, that is why it was stock fraud. So a lot of that stuff, like we said, was true. And this is a good read, by the way. Talking about like during, or it's mentioned certain aspects, especially some of the darker ones, like did his ship crash in the I guess what would that be, I don't know, that wouldn't be the Baltic Sea, where the Mediterranean, excuse me. Did he was he actually a drug abuser? Yes, very much so. Was he, did they have a bunch of hookers and stuff like that? Yes. So there's some good research out there that you can do. I want to kind of move on here as we, in the beginning of this, talk about Leo a bit. Ethan, Leo obviously he's one of the most famous actors on Earth in general. His lasting legacy is, when you just look at like what he's all done from when he started to now, it's immaculate. Especially, I mean, the fact that he started obviously at a young age, but we're almost 30. What are we? I guess we are 30 plus years in, 35, 36 years in to really his run. And he just won or was he starred in the movie that just won Best Picture, was pretty much the runner up for Best Actor in one battle after another. So like he's still cooking. Would you guys put this movie like on or near his Mount Rushmore? And he's got a long list, but
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't think so. I genuinely so.
Okay.
No, I mean, yeah, no. I mean, it's probably close, but I don't think so.
This movie ended up with 5 Oscar nominations. Leo was one of the finalists for Best Actor, and this was around the time that every year he would be getting nominated, it felt like, for Best Actor. And it kept going, like, when's Leo finally going to win? When's he going to win? A lot of people said this was the year he should have won, but I think he wins it a year or two later for finally getting his Best Actor for The Revenant. And a lot of people, I think, who are really deep dive into the Academy Awards thought that this probably should have been the one that he got. He ended up finishing behind Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln. That was who won Best Actor. This movie also lost Best Picture to Ben Affleck's Argo. But this did get some very high level nominations. We mentioned those. It also got Best Directed, which went to Ong Lee for Life of Pi, and then another one was Best Supporting Actor. Jonah Hill was a nominee for that, losing very I would say a much deserved win to Christoph Waltz in Django Unchained for that lovely performance in that very, very entertaining movie. Shout out to him. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. Another Leo DiCaprio Marvel. Not talking about Blake's photo, but just in general with Leo. I guess I'm curious on what you guys would put if we did like a snap call Leo Mount Rushmore. What would you guys have up there?
Titanic.
Yeah, Titanic.
Django Unchained.
See,
so you think he's better now? Are you going off movies you like more than this one, or just his performances?
I think movies that he's good in that are good.
Okay.
So my thing is like, are we saying where he's like the main character or like?
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, I guess that's the thing is like he's obviously not like the main character in Django,
right?
But I think Django the movie is better than The Wolf of Wall Street the movie. That's why I'm saying it, even though he's not the main character.
I think that's a very fair take.
So like Django, Wolf of Wall Street, The Revenant. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not. Fantastic.
Oddly enough, I've never seen The Revenant.
Yeah, I've never seen it either, in all honesty. I just know he gets mauled by a bear.
Yeah. Yeah. Spoilers if people haven't seen it.
Oh.
I mean, the movie's like 12 years old, 15 years old.
I mean, and then even got movies like The Departed, fantastic movie, Inception, fantastic movie.
Oh, you have seen The Departed. Okay.
The Departed, yes, I've seen it. Yeah, like his filmography is so deep. Like I'm not mad if someone has him in their Wolf of Wall Street in the top 5 or top 4. I mean, he's not even like the main character in Once Upon a Time Hollywood, but that movie is also fantastic. And obviously one battle after another.
You also have one of his like first big roles in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Like that movie's fantastic. Like, and he's amazing in it.
What are your guys' takes on Great Gatsby?
It's okay.
I was just curious.
It's an all right.
Fine. Yeah, it's fine.
I would have him. I would have him in this over that. Once Upon a Time's a good one. I think. That's a movie that's going to be on the short list of ones we do. The movie
I still haven't seen it.
It's legendary.
That's very good.
No, these are all good calls by you. I will give you that. Catch Me If You Can is another good one. You guys didn't even mention that one. I think that's a really good movie. Okay, you did. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, it's like obviously I mentioned it. It's my name.
Correct. So listen, obviously for Leo, this performance being the main driver of the film in all of these aspects, it's a star-studded cast. It's a very high-level cast. Maybe I shouldn't say star-studded. The top of this is like
it's star-studded.
Major heavy hitters. But yes, so I guess depending on how deep you want to say the lineup is to be star-studded. This is an incredible cast though, don't get me wrong. But for him, he is the driving force. Like he's literally narrating it, which oddly enough, we've done 4 movies now, and what is this, Blake? The
third 3 for 4? Yeah.
3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 have been narration films. Can't wait to go see the drama, and it's just Zendaya talking about how crazy she is. Not that I don't like it. I love these types of movies, but okay. We need a cooler event. But no, I'm with you. I think, though, for Leo in general, let me just say this. I think at the time for it being the story of, like, he never won an Oscar, I definitely think this performance would have been much deserved. and I think well earned. Nothing against Daniel Day-Lewis, but I definitely think this is worthy of winning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At least in my opinion.
I mean, Lincoln's. But
say it again. Sorry.
I said Lincoln's a really good movie, and Daniel Day-Lewis did an amazing job playing Lincoln. But like,
yeah, but does he do a lot of cocaine in the movie? I mean, come on. What do the people really want to see? I'm kidding. All right. Speaking of things people want to see, let's move on here to our illustrious categories. We're getting into them quicker because some of these categories have a lot of nominations. Speaking of a lot of nominations, most rewatchable scene. You can argue the first hour and a half of this movie.
yeah.
It's literally just you turn it on and you just do. Have you ever? It's a very sad, very very sad little like reel. Hold on. I'm gonna land the plane on this. I promise, guys. It's a little clip. It's like a bird, like a hummingbird or something, and he does like a little thing on the ground, and he's going crazy. Eventually, it gets really sad, and it gets all dark and gray because he keeps on doing it. But at the beginning, it's a fucking light show, and he's bouncing around, and it's just that's the first 90 minutes of this movie. Now, in honor of that sad bird video, this movie does kind of get sad in the final 45 minutes. However, we'll talk about that when we get there. The first scene in general, where he's just where he comes in talking about all the drugs he does. He takes the shower, takes the Quaaludes to he's like, I take Quaaludes for my back problems. He's drinking the orange juice out of the glass. He throws it into the bush. Cocaine to wake me back up, or marijuana to mellow me out. Cocaine to wake me back up, and morphine just because it's fun. Just a fantastic little capper. You then go into another rewatchable scene. And by all means, guys, if you have, while I'm going through these, when you have thoughts or comments you want to make on these scenes, please chime in. We then go into. I skipped the first part of his first job. I went right to the lunch, where it's him and McConaughey.
Yeah.
Yep.
At the lunch, we talk about asking Leo about how many times he jerks off in a day. Or how many times a week he jerks off. He says you need to be doing it 2 times a day. Just got to stay focused. What is it? He says, like, I want to do it, but I also need to do it to keep me, So, do one at lunch, I guess. Get you ready, get your vision back. My favorite part of that is when the waiter comes. He asks for the martini, and he's like, you're going to bring 2 of these every 7.5 minutes. And then after that round, you're going to bring them out every 5 minutes and keep bringing them out until one of us passes out. And just great stuff by Matthew, who absolutely is dealing. He's in this movie for 9 minutes tops.
Maybe that.
I mean, good God. He is just dealing. Another aspect I didn't mention, I love when before the lunch, when they are starting to make calls, and he says, we're not dialing at 9:30 because our clients are already answering the phone. 3, 2, 1, let's fuck. I just love that. That gets me. Oh yes, that's how I want that to be my alarm every day. I'd just jump out of bed, honestly, if the first thing I heard every day, Blake, was that. I mean, wouldn't you?
God, yeah. Are you kidding me? I'm struggling
motivation.
to get up at 5:50 in the morning when Ronan's walking in the room and wake up.
But if it was just Matthew McConaughey screaming, let's fuck, while the alarm went off.
I'm bouncing off the walls.
Yup, there we go. He's bouncing off the walls. Next scene that I have on here is the first penny stock sale. He goes to the investor center. The guy
he's like,
go ahead.
He's like, if you sell $10,000 worth, I'll give you a blowjob.
And I want to do it. He's like praying.
I know.
This movie is like here. If I forgot, I should have put this as a category, and eventually will. Like, how blank is this? Like, what's the most?
Uh-oh.
Joe.
Joe.
We had a moment. Oh,
Hello?
we're back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
That was scary.
A thing that I'm gonna do eventually is add a category about insert. It's gonna be like, what's the most blank about this movie, and the blank will be like, or insert the year that this movie was maybe not made, but like either made or portrayed. So this is in the 90s. That guy's get up, the like sweater vest with the tie and the khaki pants,
Yeah.
short sleeves under, like that was great. That was really good, like early 90s get up. So I love this scene. He does the stock pitch, and he's talking about he's got him on the phone real quiet, and says, it's the best thing that's came across my desk. And then everyone's all of a sudden just stops talking, and they all lean in. I also love his. I love Leo's accent, where he's got the New York accent and very northeastern. And he does the way he says. I just love how he's like, could be an investment of $60,000. Just could pay off my mortgage. Yeah, you could pay off your house. Next scene. Next scene here is when we get to the part where they go into the garage, and he puts his crew together. The original Stratton Oakmont scene, and I just love you know me, Blake. I'm a whore for montages, and we get the montage of them at dinner, and it's going through. He's like, so I had to put my friends together. I had to get a bunch of salesmen together, like Sea Otter, who sold meat and weed. Chester, who's known for selling tires and weed. And Robbie, who sells anything he can get his hands on, but just mostly weed.
And he's just like, and then he just asks him to sell me the pen.
Sell me the pen.
Yeah, Blake, sell me the pen. Sell me here, hey, Blake, sell me this pen.
I need your signature.
I don't have anything to write with.
Exactly.
Supply and demand. We're out here. Shout out to
shout out to the Punisher, bro.
Punisher.
Another future award for another future category potentially. It could very well be John Bernthal's Wolf of Wall Street award. The John Bernthal and Wolf of Wall Street award for person who is acting like they're in a completely different movie. Bernthal is like on
a different planet.
Yes. Yes. I adore Bernthal's character, Brad Bodnick, where he talks about he was my Quaalude dealer. He was the Quaalude king of Bayside. And they cut to him where he's like, yeah, man, she likes to watch. She likes to watch. And he's like on the bench in his mom's backyard holding that.
Ma, what's for dinner?
He's like, hey, yo, you tell your sister to come around. Tell her I've been asking about her. Next time we come, bring a pair of panties with you. Just unbelievable stuff.
She actually doesn't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, and he's like in his 30s probably, and this kid's like 17. He's asking about his sister. Just unfathomably incredible. So shout out to Brad. Next scene I have here, the first Jordan on the mic scene in Stratton Oakmont. That whole scene, by the way, where they're introducing and it's the first pitch with the script. I just love him banging on the, our ancestors came over and chiseled Stratton Oakmont into Plymouth fucking rock. I love that. So, and I love the when he's got him on the phone, he's does the pitch and he's like flips off the phone. He does the little thing where he's acting like he's bending over, sticking. It's just hilarious. That whole like 10 minutes, it's just gold. Anything you guys want to add on that scene, by the way, that I might have missed? Could be.
Is that the one?
Could be. Go ahead.
Is that the one where
Lisa.
guy on the phone and he's like flicking him off and then
Yep.
like
He says watch
It's like,
this, and then at the end he goes, yeah, fuck you, and then puts his
Yeah. Pretty much that
Like, I
scene.
got-
I have that as all one scene from the moment they start introducing all of the guys to when he hangs up the phone on that first sale, where he like figures out like, oh, I have to pitch blue stock chips to real rich people, and then sell them the dumb shit, the shitty stuff. Next scene here is the first Leo. The first scene is where Jordan is like on the microphone in the office. And it's the $10,000 to shave a woman's head. He's just going crazy. Like, I've offered $10,000 to shave a head. It's just crazy. It's also the first moment of like the first moment in the film of like regret and darkness. There's a small shade of it because you almost see like the regret in the woman's eyes, but she's also like counting the money. As then she also has like one strand of long hair bit left because they just did a terrible job. Also, while a pep band in their underwear and hookers have been unleashed into the office, just chaos.
absolute madness.
Just unbelievable stuff. I love like the one guy grabs one of the strippers, and then the big dude with the mustache who wears like the strap. He always wears the straps. He like rips the girl away from him and like throws him to the ground. Just amazing things. Next up I have here is the house party, which he first meets Margot Robbie's character. He's going crazy. Great music in this scene as well. You also get them playing beer pong. Just an incredible variation of beer pong, Blake, which is on a pool table, also with like cups of, I'm assuming like rum or
Yeah, I'd imagine.
just amazing idea. Can't believe none of us ever thought of that in our youth. You have you have Jonah Hill's character on the couch, quaalude out, Steve Madden. Great stuff. That whole scene, the house party is great. Again, if you guys have anything to add when I'm going through these, by all means, mention. Oh, he says, back real quick, going back to the other one, I meant another funny part about the thing when he says he's going to give the one woman money to shave her head. He's like, she could use this $10,000 for something nice, but he's like, she's going to turn her C cups into double fucking D's. I don't know why it's hilarious. Next one is the bachelor party for him and Naomi and the wedding. The bachelor party where it's just, I mean, he was like, our plane was a pharmacy with wings, and they're going crazy and a bunch of hookers in the plane. He's like, all in all, the bachelor party cost me $2 million, including an entire renovation of the 28th floor of their hotel room. Just amazing. The wedding as well. He meets what was the aunt? I forgot the aunt's name already. Shit. The aunt from Britain. He meets her for the first time. Next scene I have here is the Steve Madden IPO launch. This speech, by the way, when I was in sales, I would listen to this scene maybe once a week. It's just, guys, I wanted to do push-ups today, like on my work desk when I was listening to this. Just great. It is a I don't know how much of it they ad-libbed or how much they actually got. Like Jordan said, hey, this is kind of a speech that I made and you can just put the pieces together. But this is really good. Like if I was out there working, I would go crazy because I love how he's like, I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich. I love where he like throws the gold watch into the crowd of people, and then you have like the camera slow-mo panning, which is really good shot, by the way. And you have the overhead of the dude grabbing it, and he's like in the crowd. He's like, "Get off of me!" It's great stuff. I want you on the phone until your client buys or fucking dies. I want you to be ruthless. I want you to be telephone fucking terrorists. Oh god, that gets me going. Two more I have here. The lemon scene. Shout out to Blake because it's in his name. They get They get a batch of original Quaaludes.
Oh yeah, Quaalude. What, like
lemons.
7s?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
Quaalude
take
7s.
forever.
And
They're
they take
doing
forever.
them. They take like 2 of them, or they take them, and then they're like, "What's going on?" They start like working out. They're like they're on like an elliptical and a
Doing
treadmill.
sprints.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, like it just hits him. It's so funny when he gets back to his house and he thinks he's good, and then all of a sudden in the morning you find out actually no, he crashed his car like 5 times.
Yeah.
I don't know how I made it home okay. And
I'm
the
gonna
car.
drive so slow. He's like, oh yeah, because he talked about when they were doing the at the house party. He talked about the different phases you're in when you're on the Quaaludes, where it's like if you basically stay awake after 15 minutes because they're supposed to make you fall asleep. But if you stay up past the 15-minute mark, then you have like a kick-ass high. And he's like, you're at the sleepy phase, you're at the drooling phase. And he's like, I skipped all the way past the drooling phase, boys. I'm in the cerebral palsy stage. That's great stuff. He's the foe. He's outside. He's going down the steps. He's like crawling
like he literally can't fucking move.
He's like, Skyla makes it look so easy. He's like, roll, dumbass. He tries to roll down the steps. And then the last one that I have is the "I'm not fucking leaving" speech, which is dumb, which we'll talk about. Very nitpicky, but also it's a very, very big time. Anywho, anything I left out as most rewatchable scene?
You hit mine.
Yeah, you hit both of the ones I had down. So
okay, so those are the nominations. Who do you guys have as the winner? Because I know mine is. I think mine is because I've watched it literally a million times. For me, it's either the IPO launch or the original Stratton Oakmont meeting.
I think mine's the Matthew McConaughey launch.
That's what I had.
Oh, okay. Okay. What was the other one you had?
The "I'm not fucking leaving" speech.
Okay. Great choices. All right. Next category. What age the best? Blake, what do you got for what age the best?
What did I have for that? I didn't have anything down for that because I got a long list of things that didn't age well.
Okay, Ethan, did you have any what's age the best? Because I have a few things here.
I don't think the movie's aged.
No, but I got a couple good ones that are funny.
Yeah, I don't think it's aged very well at all.
That's fair. No, again, there's things didn't age the best, but there's just some stuff that's hilarious. Okay, first one, Jordan's dad, Max, aka Mad Max. I love his opening scene. By the way, the actor for him is Rob Reiner.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, he passed away recently, right? So I just wanted to give him a lot of love here because I adore. Oh my god! So
that scene where he answers the phone.
Yeah, his first
like,
scene, Mad Max.
Household,
like,
how are you?
Yeah, he's like when he just the Equalizer's playing and he fucking the phone rings just like
Equalizer's
who has the gall to call this motherfucking house on a Tuesday night? And then he answers the phone and he's got like a British accent. Well, how do you do? And then he hangs it up. He's like, I waited all week. Yeah. I I waited all week to watch The Equalizer.
Which, like, in all honesty, we don't understand that pain. Like, we don't, because
we don't. We do not.
The runs weren't really a thing back then.
Who has the? I just love it being like, who has the golden call on a Tuesday night? I can't. It kills me, bro. It kills me. Oh man. Then they another one involving him. It's when he comes in and they're doing like it's when they're talking about the small people, throwing them as long darts.
Yeah.
And they do the Google Gobble one of us thing. But then his dad comes in and he's like, $246,000, $26,000 for dinner. They're talking about like sides. What do these sides do? Cure cancer? Just hilarious. And then it's
they actually did cure. They actually did cure cancer.
They did cure cancer, sir. Yeah, just great stuff by Jonah Hill. And then he talks about the E&J service. They find out it's a prostitute. And then at the end, he's like, what kind of hooker takes a credit card? And then Jonah Hill's character goes, a rich one. I love that line. I love that line so much. What age the best? Having 2 security guards named Rocco. I just thought that was a good touch. And then the last one, Margot Robbie's Long Island accent. It's just amazing. I think this is knocked out of the park. I heard an interview with her. This was one of her like first big movies that she was in, and she was talking about this an incredible like little like just peek behind the curtain. And she was talking about how when she first got this movie, she thought, "Oh my God, this is a terrible human being." Blah blah blah. And her agent was like, I think she said it was her agent who was like, "No, like you're a powerful woman who's like manipulating men because of your beauty and whatnot." And I was like, that's badass. Like, that's kind of awesome. Listen, not in a Diana Rossini's husband likes her having sex with NFL coaches kind of way. Just in a, all power, we're all equal power here and stuff. That's, damn, I actually said her name. I shouldn't have said her name. Fuck. Allegedly. Well, it's not even allegedly. I just think her accent's great. She's asking for a straw while drinking wine. Her saying Skyla or what when she throws the Venice. Who's Venice? Just great.
Oh, honey, I forgot.
Who? What are you fucking owl?
The apartment complex in Venice. How stupid of me.
Yeah, just.
You think I'm dumb, Jordan?
Jordan. Who? What are you fucking owl?
Dude, that part was so fucking funny.
All right, doors open for you guys. What age the worst?
Let's get the list out. Let's see. Misogynistic, drugs.
throw like lawn darts.
Throwing doors like lawn darts.
The funny part about that meeting, by the way, like that meeting where they're like, no. They asked like, is that the one you can like bowl him too? He's like, no, that's not him. That's his brother.
God, I hated that scene. Sorry, we'll get to that.
Which scene?
Them talking about the door shit.
Okay, Blake gets very offended.
No.
I've got a what age the worst? Donnie marrying his cousin, which is actually true, by the way.
That's crazy.
It's legit true.
She's like, well, I thought my cousin was fucking hot. I didn't want anybody else to take my fucking cousin.
Yes, I have that wrote down. He's like, well, he's like talking. He's like trying to talk himself into it being a good idea. He's like, I mean, like basically, like if anyone's gonna fuck my cousin, it might as well be me, right? Just like what? Sick logic. What age the worst? Hookers in the workplace. Ugh.
Yeah. Hookers on a plane, hookers on your boat when you have a wife and kids, hookers in your office, spending $486,000 on hookers for your office.
It sounds like a Dr.
Doing drugs
Seuss.
off of cocaine, doing cocaine off a hooker's ass.
This sounds like
Should I go? Should I go on?
sounds like a Dr. Seuss nursery rhyme. Would you like them on a boat? Would you like them in my float? Do you want to? Would you bang them in a car? Would you do them very far? Oh man, just great stuff. Here's something that aged the worst. Literally, I don't. Probably this is over dramatized, but deep breath. Ben christening their office by getting a blowjob in the elevator, who it turns out then all of a sudden got double teamed by Donnie and Jordan. But Ben ends up marrying her. Also turns out that Pam, that's who he got the blowjob from in the elevator, blew everybody in the office. Apparently she had this crazy thing she did with her tongue. And then also, so she blows everyone in the office. They get married, and he killed himself 3 years later. Just a crazy thing to have, like at minute 37 of the movie.
Yeah. Shit.
A little dark. You guys have more? What age the worst? I have a couple serious ones, sadly. The domestic violence part that just kind of randomly happens, I guess, which actually did happen, but
it did happen.
That is a sad scene, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
didn't age well
on my list. No, not at all.
Anything else? Funny or not funny?
No.
I mean,
him
driving a car while he's on Quaalude.
while he's on drugs.
True. Very true. Hilarious. I love the whole, like, actually, you did this thing. It's like, I love the gimmick of, like, you did this and you thought everything was fine when you were drunk or under the influence, but then you woke up and it's like, actually, it wasn't. I think that is a funny comedy gig.
Oh, you want to know a real one? Penny stocks. Penny stocks didn't age well.
It did not.
That's true.
Can confirm. All right. The Peter Dinklage is the Peter Dinklage is an Asgardian weapons maker award for, hey, I know that guy from another show or movie. There are a few good nominees here. I have one for me just because I tried to pick one that wasn't in the movie as like a main character. That's kind of how I go for this. What about
That's what I did.
Oh, I wonder if we all have the same one. Ethan, go first.
I got Kyle Chandler, aka Coach Taylor from Friday Night Lights. He's one of the detectives.
Oh, that's okay. That's a good one.
Is it the main one or the other one? Like when they're on the boat?
Patrick. He's one of the FBI. Patrick Denham.
I'm pretty sure he's the main one.
So he's the main one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. Blake?
I had Christina Milioti from The Penguin. She was Jordan's first wife in the movie.
Okay.
She's the main actress in the Penguin series.
Oh wow, I did not realize that.
Emmy winner now from the Penguin, actually.
Shout out to that.
That one.
Okay, we're all going to have three different answers here, unless you guys have, which you guys probably have. We can all go through more, but this is the one that I put down as my winner. Mine is Jon Favreau, aka Happy Hogan.
Happy, yeah.
He was Manny Riskin, which is basically his like security person.
So yeah, he's in literally everything. Favreau always has little cameos everywhere.
He is a. This should be the Jon Favreau Award. No, actually, I can't. Peter Dinklage being just randomly, it can never not be Peter Dinklage randomly being the person who makes the most powerful weapon in the MCU. I just can't be him. Can't be anybody else. Any other nominees?
My other guy was Ethan Suplee, the guy from Remember the Titans, the fat guy from Remember the Titans.
Oh,
that's not so fat anymore.
Oh yeah, that's the guy with the mustache. He's got the mustache, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's the guy. Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yep. We shouldn't even talk about this one. We might as well bring it up because everybody is a candidate for this. The Vincent Hanna Award for character to most likely have a massive drug addiction. All of them.
Do you want to know what my answer is?
What?
It's literally, come on. Is this a serious question? Every character in the movie.
Yeah, it should be like the opposite. Like,
What character
Who is-
isn't a drug addict in this movie?
what movie is
The
Leo?
baby.
What movie? Huh? The baby. Yeah, no
The
kidding.
baby, yeah.
What movie is it with Leo where he's like way super OCD and he like washes his hands like crazy and he gets a steak and there's like 12 peas? What movie is that? I can't remember. That's the movie. That'd be like the opposite. His character for most likely to not have a drug
The
addiction.
Aviator.
Yep, you're right. The Aviator. Yeah, Leo and the Aviator Award. Next up, there's some good. There are some very good candidates for this one. The "Where Is My Mind" by the Pixels Award for best musical moment. For those wondering, "Where Is My Mind" is the song that starts playing at the end of Fight Club when everything goes kapooey, in a good way or bad way, depending on where you're living and your credit score. Gentlemen, Ethan, I'll let you go first.
I have One Step Beyond by Inspector 7. It's the first song that plays during the first giant party right after the girl gets her head shaved.
Okay. Well, how's it go? I'm trying to remember how it goes. My first one is "Insane in the Membrane," and that's played at the house party. That was mine. That was my first one. Blake.
I had the very first song in the movie. I believe it's Jumping Jack Flash or something like that. But I just feel like that song just starts the tone. It's like when he meets Jonah Hill in the bar and it's a song playing in the background, like on the jukebox.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that really started in the tone of the movie.
Okay. A couple other nominees I have here. The Hip Hop Hey. Oh, that song. It's after the "I'm Not Leaving" speech, and they're on the yacht. I think that's a good one, especially because everyone's doing the hey ho thing. And then after the yacht crashes in the Mediterranean, there's like a remix of the song "Gloria." While they're all dancing in like the aircraft carrier that saves them. I just thought that was a nice little musical drop. Any other musical moments?
I don't have.
Okay, all good nominees. Coach Finstock Award for best life advice. There's a lot of avenues we can go here. Blake, I'll let you start.
I typically when we do this, I go with more serious ones. So mine best life advice was sorry, give me 2 seconds here, was all of the money in the world does not make you invincible, was mine. Because he thought he had so much money that he could not be touched, even though he was doing everything illegally. Like he literally thought was invincible. So I was like, my thing was virtually money doesn't make you invincible, and money doesn't give you power.
I like that.
It gives you everything you want, but also it can allow you to get things taken away extremely fast.
So
this is why we go ahead, Ethan. Go ahead, Ethan. Sorry.
You can turn that one around and go with the money doesn't buy happiness.
Yeah. Yep.
Truth. To a degree, yeah.
Then he lost everything. He lost his kids. He lost his company. He went to jail. Like,
I want to say that, but then he ended up buying the prison, and he looked like he was living a happy life in prison. So,
But I mean, but he lost his wife. He fell into it.
Absolutely, yeah. So that was mine. That's
a great one. Ethan, you got one?
I mean,
if you don't have one, that's fine. I've got 3. They're not serious. So Blake,
I don't have.
I feel bad because I'm going a completely different route here. Blake, I just want to say before I go satire, great job. That was a great,
thank you.
Honestly, an incredible winner.
I usually go serious when it goes to that one, just because I feel like that's the best one to be serious at.
Life's all about balance, right, gentlemen?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, good, because here's my first one. Best life advice. Don't hire a butler who's going to have an orgy while you're on a road trip and try to steal your money. Just, vet them, I guess. I don't know. Don't bribe a federal agent. Just feel like that's some good life advice,
Yeah.
whether you meant to or not. And lastly, don't call a federal agent who's investigating you. Just don't think that's a good idea.
They
You
did
know?
say the guy did say it wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, just like not a great, okay. Next up, picking nits. Blake, you said before the call you had a shovel. Let it rip, my friend.
It's just one. This kind of goes into the next category. I think this movie is way too fucking long. Way too long.
Go on.
Yeah,
That
there's no
scene
reason.
with them talking about the dwarf lasted 15 minutes. like I don't know why that needed to be 15 minutes long. Like, we got into a conversation about his brother, his fucking brother's brother, his brother's brother's brother, who we could throw at a dart. Why it wasn't okay to throw him at the dart? Like, I literally, I shit you not, I literally skipped past the whole scene. I was just like, this is so stupid. I do not need to sit here for 15 fucking minutes and watch this scene because it doesn't mean anything and it's just unnecessarily long. And it's a 3-hour movie and it's 1:30 in the morning and I'm trying to go to bed. That's literally how I felt.
It's fair.
Should have watched the movie Monday.
Oh,
I don't,
my
but
God.
I'm kidding. But no, that's fair. There's probably a good 2.5-hour movie that you can trim some fat off with.
That's the only one I had written down. I wish I had written down all of them. But there's like at least probably 3 or 4 more scenes I think that were just way too long when they did not need to be.
Okay.
I feel like he lived such a crazy life, but you don't have to tell all of it. Like you don't have to tell all of it. Like hit the major things, hit the yacht, hit all that kind of stuff. Hit all the parties. You don't need to do that. Like you don't need to have a 15-minute conversation about them throwing dwarves. You don't need to add that. Like show the important parts, and you could easily make a good movie out of this still. Like you didn't need all the extra, like it felt like almost like anime fillers. Where it's like, okay, we're gonna give you some really important stuff, and then we're gonna for the next 30
Side
minutes,
quest.
give you nothing.
It's like a side mission in like Red Dead Redemption or Assassin's Creed. Good ones. Here's mine, and it's actually tailored towards the plot of the movie. Now, I don't know. I didn't get to enough research to determine if this is how this went down or not. But here's my nitpick. Why not take the SEC deal? Why? Like, I understand the "I'm not fucking leaving" speech is 10 out of 10, but that's kind of dumb. Like, I understand.
That was my other one. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Like listen again. I don't know if this is if that is a portion that is real or not. Like, he actually could have done that. He could have taken that deal, and he basically said no. Let's just say it is or whatever. Whether it is or isn't the point. The fact, like, let's just say, okay, actually, let's say that is what happened. Very not smart.
He did take the plea deal in real life. He took the plea deal.
Well, no, he took it from the FBI.
He took the FBI plea deal. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because he flipped on some of his people. But the SEC one, remember, when he does the "I'm not leaving" speech, Happy Hogan tells him, like, hey, if you accept these penalties from the SEC, you can have this and this, like you'll lose your license, but basically the FBI people will have nothing to stand on and they can't come at you for criminal charges. Or they won't come at you for criminal charges. And he just said, no, fuck that. I'm just going to stick around. Just like
it. From what I'm seeing, says he also did take an SEC deal in 1994.
Okay.
Made him sell all of his shares in Stratton Oakmont.
Right. Okay. So, okay. Well, maybe my nitpick was misjudged, Blake. Maybe that's on me.
No, you're right.
All right, we'll skip the next one because it was too long, too short, or just right, and we all just kind of had that conversation. Next up, Fred VanVleet Award for Best Heat Check in the movie. Mine was Brad. Excuse me. Mine. Jesus. Mine is Brad John Berthol's character. I think it's at least between him and McConaughey.
I had
Who do you?
I had Mad Max.
Oh, okay. State your
Who'd you have,
case.
Joe?
I have Brad. I have Bernthal's character.
Okay, that's what I have. That's what I have.
Oh,
Like,
2-1. Ethan, state your case.
I think he he doesn't have a huge role, but like he has an important role and he plays it really well. He plays the angry old guy and he plays like the only voice of reason trying to get his son to realize, hey, you're really messing up. Like what you're gonna go to jail, and he fails to get through to his son, but he plays it really well.
Could you argue that he's in the movie too much to be a Fred Van Vliet candidate?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't
That's
know,
fair.
like I think it's boring, but I don't think he's to the point of being in it too much.
I'm surprised none of us had McConaughey.
The reason I didn't, and I know he's not in the movie long enough.
He's the
but
perfect. I know he's only in one scene compared to a few others, but like
but
he is the perfect candidate for this.
He is, but I think like his role, I think, played such a big part for how the movie ended up and how the character ended up.
Mm-hmm.
Like John Berthal wasn't like a character that like swayed, characters.
No, and it was perfect because Bernthal's
Same
character,
with
we said
Mad
earlier,
Max, like he didn't sway characters, but like Matthew McConaughey made Leo's character who it was, so that's why I didn't put him on there.
I also like how we both agreed earlier, basically saying that Bernthal's character was in a different movie.
Yeah,
it was The Wolf of Wall Street, and then a solo John Bernthal film.
Just going nuts. Just great stuff. No, I think every time he's in the movie, Bernthal is just raining corner threes. Like Shane Battier in Game 7 of the 2013 Finals, just nailing him. One of like 4 guys for the Heat that scored in that game. Unanswerable questions. I have a few of these. Do you guys have any?
I have a couple, or I really like one, but
okay, I'll go first.
We kind of already went over it, so.
Okay, my first one. Is Donnie the worst / dumbest friend ever?
Yes.
Donnie is the reason that Brad got arrested, which kind of partially, not in a small way, like, took away one of his rat holes for the moving the money. He also is a reason the FBI helped their case because he spoke on the phone for no reason at all while they were high. I mean, he was high, so he wasn't thinking, but they're high. He's all of a sudden on the phone calling the Swiss bank guy. Well, he's like on a tapped line, just not smart. And then I just think he's a very sometimes selfish. He does have redeeming qualities, like when he and the firm like front Jordan's bail, does some good things, but also it's like how you're very, very not stupid, or you're very, very not smart.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Blake, what was did you have another one? Or did you have one you said?
Yeah. My we kind of went over it already. My question was what flipped his opinion to make him stay and not take the plea deal that he had, of just not really like the plea deal, but of him stepping down, retiring. Like why do you think he did it? Like obviously no, probably because of money, but I wanted to get like the opinion from the class. Like, do you guys think it was money? Do you think it was just like he really did think he was like invincible and wasn't going to be able to get touched? Or
go ahead.
I think it probably was like the power of all the money he had. Like, what are you gonna actually do? Hey, I'll buy lawyers. I'll do like all that kind of stuff. Like you're not gonna touch me. None of my people are gonna flip. He had a false like sense of loyalty and like all that kind of stuff with them, and he was just like, nobody's gonna flip on me. None of us are gonna get in trouble for this. We're just gonna keep doing this, and there's nothing you can do.
Exactly. It's like in his mind, he's just like, y'all can't do shit, basically. When it
Mhm.
turns out they can. Ethan nailed it there. My next one here is so he gets caught up basically because the Swiss banker flips on him because him and Robbie Feinberg, or was it Ronnie or Rugrat? Excuse me, it was Rugrat, who get caught at a restaurant in Miami for some reason. My unanswerable question is, why was the Swiss banker even in? Like, why would he even come to America?
Yeah, they did it. I thank you. That was my next one. Is why? Like, what the fuck? Like,
There's
what
no
was his
reason.
reasoning? Just randomly came and went to like a bar.
Like, come on now.
But
What are we doing?
they probably thought they were all untouchable. Like, if that actually happened, they probably thought they were all untouchable. Like, oh yeah, like I'm not actually doing anything illegal. It's perfectly legal in my country. I'm not going to get arrested for like.
Yeah. The banker, though, you would think would just be more cautious, but who knows? Next, my final one. Okay, so you know how they have Jordan wear the wire, and he goes in and talks, and he has the lunch with Donnie, and he slides him the little note that says "Don't incriminate yourself." How are they able? And then the next day he gets arrested, and he's got the note he's passed to Donnie. How were they able to find that?
Didn't I don't I could be wrong, but they raided the building when he wasn't there. Do you think that?
But
I'm trying. Was that a couple scenes before?
so the order of the scenes goes: he wears the wire into the building. He eats with during while he's in there. He has lunch with Donnie. He slides him the note that says "Don't incriminate yourself." He then goes home, goes to bed. Next day is arrested. Then they raid the office and arrest people. And Donnie at the time wasn't one of them. So like if I am to believe the timeline is the order of the scenes is what happened in that order, how do they find that note? I'm very curious.
I thought that, and I don't know because we never got like. Do you think someone gave it to them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you think Donnie gave it to
Like
him?
maybe, like I was thinking, like maybe
Maybe.
Donnie.
It's just one of the things that it's just like the one thing in this movie where I'm like, curiosity killing the cat, and I'm the cat.
Because was Donnie was at the office when they raided it, right? Like, why wasn't he one of the ones that
Correct.
was arrested? So why wasn't he one of the ones that they're arresting everybody, taking him out in handcuffs? Why wasn't he arrested? Because
I don't know. Very weird. But he did actually serve prison time.
Yeah.
So, just one that popped up. All right, next up, Apex Mountain. First off, so this is something we're going to start adding when we do the old films. Ethan Blake, does Apex Mountain make sense? And I do think the more and more we do, in my perfect world, Apex Mountain has a lot of very nonsensical. There will be serious and a very non-serious version of these all thrown into this. And the more and more we go, though, like we'll kind of understand the premise and jokingness of Apex Mountain with the seriousness. But does it make sense to a degree? Like, do you guys have any questions about
It
Apex Mountain?
It might make more sense after you go first.
So the first one that I have is Quaaludes in film. Like basically you're taking any certain thing of the movie and you're putting it up for nomination. Like, was this the apex of that thing? Like a serious version would be like we wouldn't say this is Leo's apex because there's but you could argue this time like this time frame for Leo is his apex because it's this movie. He's the best actor nominee. 2 years after this, he wins the best actor nominee award. So you could say that. Like a joking one for me is like Quaaludes in film, Apex Mountain, because is there really another film that has Quaaludes in it? Does that make sense now?
Yeah. So like money laundering in films.
Yeah, stuff like that. Exactly. If we ever do like Guardians of the Galaxy, Blake would say raccoons as main characters, Apex Mountain. And they're like, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So if you guys didn't have any candidates for this now, the more and more we go on, I think the more and more better we'll get at Apex Mountain nominees. But
Yeah.
we understand the premise now, right, Blake?
Yes.
Okay. All right, 2 more. Next one up. I told you guys we were going to add it, and we did it. Gosling or Reynolds. Now, it can be now for future reference, and this one as well. It's not just for main character, for any part, any character in the film.
Sorry, repeat that.
It's
So
the
Gosling or Reynolds. Ryan, this is the Ryans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and it can be for any part of the film. So Gosling or Reynolds.
You guys know me. I have to go Gosling.
Well,
Okay.
for what?
Yeah, what part?
Replacing Leo, you're crazy. Like,
yeah, I couldn't see
that's
Gosling
a crazy
doing Leo's part here.
No. Sorry. You have Ryan Reynolds be Jonah Hill's character.
Yes!
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, Blake!
Yeah, that's what it is. Sorry, it took me a moment to comprehend. I was just saying Gosling because I was like, okay, I thought you mean like if I could if I would rather have Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds in the movie as Leo is what I thought you were asking.
No, it's for any character.
It's
for any character.
Ryan Reynolds
yes.
is Jonah Hill's character for sure.
This is why we work. Blake, oh my God, yes. Brother, can you imagine Ryan Reynolds doing the scene when they first go out on dinner, and then he's Ryan Reynolds telling Leo's character, "Hey man, just smoke crack with me, man. Just want to smoke crack with me." Oh my God, I could totally envision that. That was where I came. I'm so yes. Oh, I'm so
That's
glad.
probably the best answer.
Oh my God, yeah. Gosling isn't edgy enough to be in this movie.
Yeah, I don't think Gosling fits anything in this movie really.
Like Ryan Reynolds, yeah, I can't even think. Like Ryan Reynolds as Donnie was the one I pegged instantly. So
I'm trying to think. Like maybe I don't. Ryan Reynolds just hasn't played like that dude, or not Ryan Reynolds. Hasn't played like Ryan Gosling hasn't played like that douche of a character. I was gonna say like, what if you did Ryan Gosling as John Berthal's character? Because like he did Ken, and he was just like kind of like sitting there, pumping his weight.
Yeah, Berthal's so perfect for that, though. Oh my God,
I know.
So okay, but we also again, these podcasts building future performances. So now we know Apex Mountain and Gosling or Reynolds. We now know the true usage of how we're going to use those. Correct?
Yes, I love it.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. I cannot wait for us trying to shoehorn Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds into something just so out of left field. Like we're going to try to be putting Ryan Reynolds in the Odyssey in 4 months. It's going to be great.
No, that would be Gosling.
Huh? True.
That's going to be the. If only he wasn't filming Project Hail Mary at the same time.
I know exactly. Ryan Reynolds is Dr. Doom. Okay, movie MVP.
Leo. I mean, like,
has to be, right?
I mean, it has to be. He's the main character, and he portrayed him very well. Leo like is an amazing actor just in basically everything he does. Like he goes all out in the role, and like he really takes like his character seriously, and like he's really good at playing crazy people. Like he's really good at like playing crazy people.
I do want to say, kind of to backtrack, Blake, about Apex Mountain. With him mentioned, like, I do think that, like, for Leo, this is his Apex Mountain era because you have this, you have Django, you've got. We talked about The Revenant when he wins the Oscar 2 years after this. Like, this the mid 2010s for Leo is, I would say I think it's his best stretch.
Oh yeah, by far.
Not an MVP, but I think you can give, like, I do think Jonah Hill is an all. So, like, Leo's obviously the MVP of this movie. Jonah Hill, though, like, he's an all pro. Basically, I would say he obviously won. He obviously was a nominee for Best Supporting Actor. I think Margot Robbie as well.
Yeah,
She does
like
great. Her time in this is limited compared to those two, but I think she's really good in this as well.
I mean, this come up as well. Like this movie led to so many more, and now like she's one of the biggest actors. Like she killed this role, and it got her like way elevated in her career. Just so to say, like she wasn't like one of the MVPs or stars of this movie would be like a shit.
Yeah, she is. She's definitely this was a springboard for her. That's for sure. Blake, I'm assuming you agree. You've got Leo as MVP.
Yes, I did have Leo as my MVP.
Okay. We close the book, gentlemen. We've done it. We have done another one of these, and that was. I almost want to say my favorite of the four we've done, because God, going through this movie is hilarious.
It's a wild movie.
I mean, who has the gall to call on a Tuesday night, Blake? Who could?
Not me. I'll never.
Oh, wait, no, we watched The Equalizer.
What'd
you say?
Said it's just Wednesday nights. We call on Wednesday night.
Yeah, exactly. Just Wednesday nights. So, all in all, do you guys have any final thoughts on this film, on our performance? Was today
Great movie.
Effect Mountain?
I gave it a 4 on Letterboxd. If anybody wants to follow me on Letterboxd, go ahead. I'll do any movies you guys ask me to do. 4, like I said, 4 out of 5. Great movie, not perfect, a little too long. Leo's great. Margot Robbie turned me into the man I am today.
Hell yes. Let's go.
Wolf of Wall Street, Margot Robbie turned me into the man I am today. That is just a fact.
You and every other mid to late 20s male.
And I think we're getting better. I think we're getting. You can tell. You can just tell. We're getting better. You ever get that, like, that tingle in your toes?
I always have that. Well, maybe I think that's a medical condition, but
same, honestly.
Yeah. So, hey, I listen. Everything gives me ideas. I think we should have Blake. Now, Blake, when you give your rating, do you also give like a detailed review or just a rating?
Pending on movie.
Okay.
For example, after I watched the Wonder Man series on Disney, I reviewed it, and then I gave a detailed review of the show itself.
All right. Well, that's a category now, is your Letterboxd review.
Okay.
So
we could also come up with our own rating scales for future, like it's like
that's
for our own,
future ads. Our own rating scale. I can't type. Our own rating scale. Do. And then Blake's Letterboxd review. Because I just think it would be hilarious to, in the middle of the pod, just be like, all right, Blake, give us your 4-sentence Letterboxd review. Get deep.
They're not 4 sentences now, buddy.
They're longer than that?
Depending on
depends.
If I dislike it, it's usually typically longer because I kind of ream into it.
Fair enough. Well, this is the thing. If we do a movie that we hate,
I cannot wait to do a movie that we hate because I love talking shit.
There you go. All right.
Right, like,
what'd you say?
I said this can't be all positive all the time, right? Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. We're 4 for 4 on positivity. Dude, they don't want to see me on a bad movie.
Like we just
I guess-
tear into a historically bad movie. Like
So you're saying the next movie we do is either Captain Marvel or the Eternals? I'm just kidding, guys. I'm joking. Don't yell at me.
Whoa!
yeah, 'cause that's
Whoa! Don't get me started on my Eternals, bro. That movie's
I hate-
so underrated.
I
hate
do.
the
I love
Eternals.
that movie.
You
That's a-
love it.
Now,
I do love-
Captain Marvel, we can talk about, but the Eternals, don't be a hater on my movie, man.
I hated that movie, bro.
That movie was out before its time, man. People just hate on it.
Before
They
its
hate on
time?
it. Yeah, man.
Oh.
Let me tell you.
A very good movie.
We're gonna get off here, and I'm gonna get my Icarus on. I'm gonna fly into the sun.
I hope.
Fuck you.
See ya.
Later, bud. See you,
We're gonna
bud.
meet either and change the name to the Eternals Real Talk Podcast.
The Real
Real
Eternals
ignorance.
pod.
Real Eternals Ignorance Podcast.
There you go. Eternals ignorance. Eternally
ignorant. Yeah, eternally ignorant podcast.
Ethan, we landed on something. We're out here.
That-
So go team. All right. Gentlemen, I'm proud of us. Good job by you. The next movie we do, I'm not sure what we're gonna do next because Blake and I are planning on going to see the drama, even though it's been out for a week already. That's on us. Actually, blame Illinois basketball for making the Final Four for us not going to see that movie last week.
I'll take the Final Four appearance though. No cap.
Absolutely.
Same.
So I guess real quick before we get out of here, the three of us, let's brainstorm. We're obviously not the next movie, but
This one isn't coming out for on streaming service for a while, but I don't know if you guys have interest in seeing it. Marty Supreme comes out on April 24th on HBO.
oh, it's not
And
on there
that
already.
movie-
I thought that
No,
was
and
already
that
on some
movie is a
streaming service.
journey. No, it's not.
Oh, I think it's on Apple TV.
It could
already.
be.
Okay. Marty Supreme is one. I've heard mixed reactions about that. I've never went. I did not go to see it, but
Like, I
you
also
said it
kinda
was
wanna
good.
I want to
Okay.
do I want to do a movie that I want to watch a movie that has a chance of being bad. Like I don't want to keep reviewing. I mean, obviously I want to but if I want to do one that's like super mixed, because I want to be able to go in that I haven't seen, be like, okay, that was ass. I don't know. I just want to talk shit. That's kind of that's.
I'm curious if
really
the
what it is.
first bad movie we do is a superhero movie or
Fuck
not.
it.
Now
Let's do Morbius.
it's morbid time.
let's just,
So-
let's just get out. Let's just do the whole Sonyverse outside of Spider-Man. And
Yes, let's do Madam Web right now. Let's do a live watch along
Also,
of
Ethan,
Madam Web.
this guy thinks he's a Marvel fan. He has not watched either of the animated Miles Morales movies.
That's tough, dude.
That is
Bailey has
crazy.
crazy.
What'd you say?
I said Bailey hasn't watched any of them either, and I'm like, that's just crazy.
Oh my!
All right, well, I'm
It's
coming
like
over
literally-
tomorrow. Blake, we're not
it's
going to see the drama
it's
tomorrow. I'm
literally
going over
the
to hang out with
greatest-
Bailey. We're going to watch the
two of the
Spider-Verse
greatest
movies.
animated films ever.
Bailey, what are you doing tomorrow?
Like-
Ethan, make popcorn for us.
Movie night, please.
Yeah. Fucking, let's go. We're out here.
I'm trying to see. Let's see.
Out to
Let's see
Bailey.
let's see what letterbox is.
Bear down.
I don't
Bear
know.
literally down Saturday, but I
Mm.
felt that same. Bear and line
What's
down.
what's your guys' vibe on horror films?
Depends on what we're.
Yeah,
depends on
not
what-
totally my thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I'm down to review. It's got to be like decent.
Let's see. Like I don't know. I'm trying to do something mixed that I haven't seen yet. Let's see what's on
So I wanted to this is the conversation I wanted to spark up. Over the summer, we're gonna have right now we're doing these movie review style podcasts. There are some of these that are going to be more discussion based. Like I think we're gonna over the summer we're probably gonna do an Odyssey preview, I would assume. Do we want to do a preview and a review of the movie?
I'm
Obviously,
halfway through the book, so
I
we can absolutely do a review or a preview.
You're starting to read the whole Odyssey.
I am preparing for the movie. Absolutely.
Blake and I have
read
been
Project Hail
taking
Mary.
bets.
Yeah,
Blake and I
read
have been
Project Hail
taking
Mary.
Blake and I have been taking bets since the first episode on if the Odyssey might be 6 hours long.
I mean,
Listen, it either has to be over 3. It either has to be over 4 hours, or it has to be 2 parts. It's the only thing I'm accepting.
well, I mean, Technically,
Yes. The problem is we have to kind of
Parts.
schedule it out because Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out a week before the Odyssey, and I want to do a Spider-Man review too.
Yeah, and we can't hold on. We have to do a review like after, because we'll go see that opening weekend. We have to do a review that weekend or
I'll be there
the
opening
Monday.
night.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll all be. And we have to
But
do
I wanted
a
to
review
review
right
those
away.
because, like, this is low key. Whether people want to believe this is a big movie. This is the only movie before Doomsday.
I'm excited for it. I'm enthralled. Tom Holland's like my favorite.
So we can kind
I
of.
think he's my favorite character right now in the MCU, considering the other good ones are like gone or dead or whatever.
So like because that's like the thing. Because like we got to do in the same month. We have to do a Spider-Man preview, Spider-Man review, Odyssey.
That is true.
Review,
we do have to do
preview.
We do have to. Here is probably what we could do is like the week of Spider-Man, early in the week, we do a preview. Then we do the review like the following Monday. So we have like the weekend to digest it, and then we do the review like a Monday night or something. Unless we just all hang out together and we go home and do a live.
I would also like to do that at some point, like a podcast where we're all in the same room.
That'll happen sooner than later, if I had to imagine.
I would love to do that.
Yeah. We can make that work.
Oh yeah. And then we do an Odyssey preview the week before, like the week it comes out as well, or something. I would assume, but it will be in quick succession, because we do have to have like a preview for Brand New Day, an MCU discussion, which then we can review one of the. We can do our review of one of the Spider-Man movies going into that. And then we'll also, like, at the end of the year, we'll do a big Marvel breakdown going into...
So I apologize. I lied. I have it backwards.
Avengers.
Odyssey is first.
Yeah, Odyssey's first, right?
Yep. So Odyssey is July 17th, and then Spider-Man's the 31st of July. So we kind of have 2 weeks. So, okay, that's actually way better spaced out then.
Yeah, we got so much time. The question is,
God, I cannot
are we going to go see Dune and Doom on the same day at the end of the year?
I already have.
July's
I took the days off. I already have Dune's Day planned out. You also have to see Dune 1 and 2 before you see Dune 3, so you better get on that, boy.
You haven't.
I know.
Didn't you go?
I did not go with you. If y'all went to see Dune together, I didn't go with you.
No, I went with the work buddy to see Dune. Dude, you haven't seen two of the greatest animated movies of all time, and you haven't seen two of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time. You were really missing out on some great trilogies that are going to challenge fucking Lord of the Rings for the greatest trilogy ever.
I have not. I've seen bits of the first one.
That's a
judge
crazy
me, I guess.
take.
I don't know.
The problem is the Lord of the Rings are three perfect movies.
Yeah, I'm like that.
The two animated Spider-Mans are both perfect, and both Dunes are perfect. So we'll have to see.
Both Dunes aren't perfect. I will say that.
I am afraid I'm not going to like Dune. Just saying.
How about this? If I went into Dune not knowing a damn thing about anything, and I fucking loved it. It's very political though, so like there's a lot of times where it's just talking for an hour.
Which I'm cool with.
But I love that shit. So
Oppenheimer is one of my 10 favorite movies ever, and it's literally 3.5 hours of like interrogation and exposition via dialogue.
Yeah, that's kind of what Dune is. I think you'll like it. So,
I'm a dialogue movie whore. That's my gimmick. That's my kink, I guess. I don't know. So, okay, we've got. That's like coming up. So. Once we get into the summer, we're going to like be transitioning into some more of those like discussion-based episodes, kind of like the last 15 minutes of this has been, as well as we're going to be busting out some in-person ones as well, which I can't wait for. That'll be great. And then, of course, big releases over the summer. The drama coming out, I think if Ethan doesn't see it, we probably won't do a pod for it, but I still obviously want to see it. So yeah,
if you guys want to see a review for it, go to my Letterboxd.
Shout out to Letterboxd. We will do our next review. I guess will probably be a couple, probably next week or the week after, another older movie. Blake is back up on the deck, he will pick this next one.
Oh
so.
yeah, I got to pick the next movie. All right, give me a couple days and I'll throw out options out there.
And then we'll come on the pod and he'll blame me and say I'm the person who did it, just like Ethan did today.
Yeah, no, my bad. Hand up on that one. I did.
It's all right.
I did.
I just like to parse responsibility. Okay.
There's a lot of movies out there I haven't seen yet, so.
I know. Well, there's a lot of great options. All right, gentlemen, I'm proud of us. Look at that. We've had a discussion to stretch it to 90 minutes. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Like the video. If you like the video, subscribe if you really like it. Go tell a friend that we are going to be back next time with another great movie review and movie discussion. For Ethan, for Blake, thank you for hanging out with us. This has been the Real Ignorance Podcast on the For Frequency Sake Podcast Network, presented by Ryan Allison Tattoo and Durham Remodeling. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all. Peace.
See you.